Hello everyone. I am Afshafareen, the Maths faculty in Tala Padmavati International School. Today we are going to deal with Class 4, Chapter 1, Building with Bricks. Before we start, let us observe this picture of types of bricks. In this picture, the first half of the picture, here I am showing you the face of the brick. Whereas in the other half of the picture, I am showing you different types of bricks available in the markets. You can also find these kind of bricks easily around your house where the constructions are going on. If you have any brick around your house or the place where the construction is going on, you can get one brick to understand this chapter in a better way. Now we are going to learn about 2D and 3D shapes. Now can you tell me what does D stand for? Here D stands for dimension. That means the 2D shapes are 2-dimensional and 3D shapes are 3-dimensional. Now let us see the different types of shapes in 2D shapes. The first one here is a circle. Can you tell me how many sides are there for a circle? Yes, there are 0 sides in a circle. Our next shape is triangle. Triangle has 3 sides. Children, here because of the image is enlarged, the shape of the square is not perfect here, but I can tell you that a square has all the sides equal and it has 4 sides. Our next one is a rectangle. Rectangle also has 4 sides, but it has opposite sides equal. Yes children, so in this 2D shapes, we are also going to learn about polygons. The polygons are a simple closed figure which are formed using more than 3 or more than 3 line segments. So let us see the first one. Here it has 5 sides. The polygon which has 5 sides is called as pentagon. The next one here is with 6 sides. The polygon with 6 sides is called as hexagon. Hexa stands for 6. And the next one is with the 7 sides. And the polygon with 7 sides is called as heptagon. Our next one is octa. How many legs does an octopus has? Yes, 8. Here octa stands for 8. So a polygon with 8 sides is called as octagon. Our next one is the polygon with 9 sides. The polygon with 9 sides is called as nonagon. And the last one, the polygon with 10 sides is called as deca. Here deca states 10. So the polygon with 10 sides is called as decagon. Our next one is 3D shapes. 3D shapes which has 3-dimensional. Further we are going to discuss what is this 3D and 2D. What does 3D stands for and what does 2D stands for. So the first example for 3D shape is sphere. Can you tell me one example for sphere in our real life? Yes, a ball is an example for sphere and many more. The next shape is prism. Our next shape is cuboid. So can we relate cuboid to our chapter? Yes children. How? The shape of the brick is similar to cuboid. So our next shape is cube. And the next one is cylinder. And the next one is pyramid. And the last one is cone. Can you tell me an example which resembles to cone in our daily life? Yes, it can be a birthday party cap, It can be an ice cream cone, so on. So now let us get into the chapter. So here in the chapter, he is telling us about the big pattern for the Jagriti school. This is a real story, children. It is not an imaginary story. This story is about the Jagriti school who were planning to have a big pattern building for their school. So let us see what is the story about. This is the true story of Jagriti school in Mushirabad, West Bengal. When its building was being made, there was a plan to make brick pattern on the floor and walls. So children, whenever we start anything, whenever we do or make a construction or anything, we plan first that everything is designed. The kitchen room is designed, the drawing room is designed, each and every thing is designed. Even the plan of the building is done before. You can take this information from your parents that how your building was constructed. So and one more thing here is a pattern. Can you tell me what is a pattern? We have already learned this thing in 3rd class, isn't it? Yes, a pattern is something which goes on repeatedly. Yes. So the Jagriti school has decided to make a pattern with bricks. Okay, so for that they were planning how to be done, what should where it should be executed and all. So Jamal, Kalu and Piar were the masons for this brickwork. So what do you mean by masons? Masons are the workers who do the construction. So these 3 members were the people who used to do the brickwork. They wanted to get new ideas for the school building. So as they wanted to design this Jagriti school in a different manner, they wanted to get some different ideas from different places. So they took their other friends to see the old tomb of Murshid Quli Khan. So here you can see the picture of the old tomb of Murshid Quli Khan. You know children, the historical places and all other places were constructed differently because each and every king has different plan, different idea. So each and every historical place has different patterns, different structure, different plan. So what these people, these masons has decided to visit different places and take ideas from those buildings. So you too can also check different type of historical places for different type of patterns. So after visiting to different historical places and also the Murshid Quli Khan's tomb, they have gathered these different patterns. You can see the picture. Okay, so they have collected these patterns. Which 4 pattern did you like the most? I'll be zooming it and I'll be showing you. So here is the pattern. It is crisscross and this is a little bit curvy, and I think my favorite is the 5th one. So after that, there is also a question. Have you ever seen such patterns anywhere? If you have seen the different historical places, you can find these kind of patterns. So now the masons came back excited. They went for ideas, they collected some ideas and patterns, and they came back to the school. Then Jamal said, in those days they had made so many interesting big patterns. The Jamal, the mason, was very much impressed by these designs, what they have brought, and we had forgotten these. Let us make some nice designs on the floor of this school. So what they have decided finally? They decided that they are going to make a floor of different type of brick patterns, as you can see here. This is the brick pattern which the masons has planned using the different type of ideas from different tombs. So each mason made a different brick pattern. So everyone were trying to inculcate their ideas. Everyone were trying to design a new brick pattern. They were already having the idea how to make the patterns, as well as they were trying the new patterns also. So the school is proud to have such a beautiful building now. So by using this brick pattern, the building was appearing so beautiful that the whole school was proud of that construction. The children play and sing on it, and it also made new patterns by themselves. So the children used to play on these patterns, as well as they used to try to make the new brick patterns by themselves. So this was the story of Jagriti School. If you want to try a brick pattern, you too can try at a place where the construction is going on, so that there will be more number of bricks and you can try your own creative skills. Now let us go to the next topic. So as I told you, our next topic is mirror halves. So children, do you remember what are mirror halves? What was the topic? Yes, symmetric and asymmetric. Mirror halves are nothing but when one half of the object is same as another half of the object, then they are said to be symmetric. So here are some of the shapes and alphabets which are divided using a line. We need to find out whether they are symmetric or not, or also we can say that whether they are the exact mirror halves or not. So let us check one by one. Here you can see a triangle. A triangle is divided using the slanting line. Is it symmetric, children? Is it the mirror half? The one half of the object should be same as the other half of the object. Is it symmetric? Yes, this is symmetric. So we can say that the slanting line is the line of symmetry. Now the next one. Is it dividing into equal half? Yes, our next picture is also symmetric. Now the third picture, Nana, can you tell me, is this line dividing into equal halves? Is the upper part same as the lower part? Yes or no? Yes, it's not symmetric because the upper part is different from the lower part. So we can say that this is not symmetric or asymmetric. Let us see the next one. Is this symmetric? So children, if you see this shape, the line which is dividing this shape is not exactly cutting it. I mean, like, it is not in the middle, right? So some of the extra part is this side, some of the extra part is that side, so that it doesn't make it equal. So this is also asymmetric, means that is not the mirror half, that is not called as a mirror half. Now, can you see this one? Yes. Is it dividing exact? Yes. So it is symmetric. Now, can you tell me this one? Is this line dividing it symmetrically? See children, the upper part should be same as the lower part. Is there the mirror reflection is there? No, it is not same. The upper part is not same as the lower part. So it is asymmetric. Our next alphabet is B. B is divided from the middle. So the upper part is same as the lower part. So there are two equal halves. So it is symmetric. The T is also symmetric. Now you have to be fast. You can tell me. Next one. Is it symmetric? No. The upper part is not equal to the lower part. Is this symmetric? No. Asymmetric. Is this heart-shaped symmetric? Yes. It is dividing it into equal halves. M is also divided into equal halves. The next one. Triangle, yes, triangle when it is divided vertically it is symmetric. The next shape, yes, this is also symmetric. The next one, yes, this is not symmetric as the lower part is very small square and the upper part is a bigger square. And what is the rule of the mirror half? It should have equally divided. It should be equally divided. But here it's not done. So this is asymmetric. Here Nana, here it is a rectangle and it is divided equally. So it is symmetric. Now here you can see three pictures of a butterfly, a bug and a leaf. So here is a small homework for you. You can draw it on a paper and you can put a mirror to complete this image. Or else you can fold a paper and draw it and open it to complete the image of a butterfly, a bug and a leaf. So children, once again shall we recall what is the mirror halves? Mirror halves are nothing but when one half of the object is same as the other half of the object, or else you can say that when it is equally divided, then they are said to be mirror halves. They are also called as symmetric. When it is divided equally, it is called as symmetric. When it is not equal, it has completely different like this, then it is asymmetric. As we have learned the mirror halves, now let us do some exercise. So the first question here is, which pattern is made in circle? So what here he is asking? He is asking among these patterns, which pattern is made out of circular shape? So observe carefully children. Here you can see the circular arrangement. No. Not in A, not in B. This is in zigzag way. Not in D. Here children, it looks like a circular form but the bricks are arranged in a different order. So this is also not comes under circular form. So the next one, F, it's not in circular. D, no. H, no. I, it is having some square shape. So the next, J. J, you can see the arrangement of bricks is continuously repeating in the form of a circle. A small circle, then an outer circle, and this process is being repeated. So the J1 is in circle form. So the next one, K, is it in circular form? Right, it is not. So among all these, which one was in circular form? The J1 was in circular form among all these. Now let us see the next question. In which pattern can you show mirror halves? So now what he is asking us to divide these patterns in such a way that you get a mirror half. So let us see it one by one. So the first one children, what is the rule of the mirror half? What is the rule of symmetry? That one half of the image should be equal as the other half of the image. So when we are dividing, we have to be very much careful that the arrangement of the bricks on the right side should be equal to the left side. If there is a difference in even one brick, it is asymmetric. So, seeing the first image, if you are dividing it vertically, it is symmetric. Now can you observe the second one? The arrangement of the bricks is repeating, and by dividing it equally, we can make it symmetric. The next one is in zigzag manner, and if we even divide from here, it may not be in a symmetric manner as the bricks are arranged upwards and downwards. So the next one is D. If we are dividing this in a vertical manner, the arrangement of the brick on the left side is not same as right side. So children, the D is also not symmetric. E1. E1, whatever the bricks are on the left side should be on the right side. So this is also not possible in E. F, we can make it symmetric. I think we can go it for slanting, but there may be some of the other difference of the arrangement of the bricks. So F is also not symmetric, but if you try with slanting lines, vertical lines, it may vary from child to child. So the next one is G. The arrangement of the bricks is in zigzag order, so there may be difference in the left side and right side. So this is asymmetric. So the next one is H. See children, here the pattern is repeating. So it can be easily made symmetric by drawing a vertical line. The next one is I. Yes, we can also do horizontal, vertical, and also I think slanting. So it has axis of symmetry. The next one is J. Do you remember? J was a circular one. So a circle, when we are doing a circle symmetric, do you know it has multiple line of symmetrics, infinite line of symmetrics. In the same way, the J1 also can be done symmetric in multiple ways. So J is also symmetric. The last one, K. If you see children, here the bricks are arranged upwards and here downwards. So when we do it symmetric, they may mismatch. So K is also not symmetric. These patterns, the answers for this symmetric can vary from child to child observation. So children, observe carefully and make your own line of symmetric, and make sure that the one half of this pattern is symmetric to the other half of the pattern. So the next thing what you are going to do here is, you can also draw some new floor patterns and create your own pattern, whether it might be in a circular form, whether it may be symmetric, or whether it may be asymmetric. Now we are going to learn how to draw a brick. These are two photos of same brick taken from different sides. In one photo, we can see only one face of the brick, and in another photo, we can see three faces of the brick. Now, tell me which photo is showing three faces, whether it is a photo 1 which is showing three faces of the brick, or it is a photo 2 which is showing three faces of the brick. Yes, it is photo 1 which is showing three faces of the brick. Now, what you need to do is, you need to get a brick from your surroundings and count how many faces are there for a brick. And you need to observe whether any face of the brick is in the form of square. Think about it children. And also draw the smallest face of the brick in your notebooks. Now let us move to the next bit. Which of these are the face of the brick? So let us see among these which resembles to the face of the brick. Is it 1? No. 2? No. A rectangle? Yes. The shape of the brick is in the form of a rectangle. What about a square? Observe the brick from the sideward. There will be no square in the brick. It will be all rectangles. So this also is not the face of the brick. Is this the one? No. A triangle is there in the face of the brick? No. A hexagon? No. What about this? This is also a rectangle but in smaller side. So I think this will be the side of the brick which will be a smaller rectangle. Now let us see in solid shapes. Which of these is a drawing of a brick? Is it a cylinder? Is it a cube? No. Is it a prism? No. Is it a cuboid? Yes, it is the cuboid. And is it the cube? No. So which one is the answer? The cuboid is the answer. Now you can also make the drawing of a brick showing the three faces of the brick. Now let us learn the next topic. So here we are going to learn a wall that will not fall. One day Munia and Zainab are playing with bricks and making their walls. Each makes a different walls by the different arrangement of the bricks. So here you can see the wall made by Zainab is this one and the wall made by Munia is this one. The arrangement of the bricks is different in both the walls. So now can you tell me which wall is more stronger? According to you, which wall is more stronger? Zainab was telling her wall will not fall easily. Why she was saying so? Is it really that Zainab wall will be not falling that easily? And why? Think about the reason. Yes children, Zainab was correct. Her wall is stronger than Munia's wall. But why? Because the arrangement of the walls of Zainab was in such a way that one brick was giving support to the another brick. But whereas Munia's wall was not that supportive. So Zainab's wall was more stronger than Munia's wall as each brick was giving support to another brick. You can also observe the walls made around your house where the constructions are going on, and you can notice the pattern how they are arranging the bricks so that the wall is more stronger for a good building. Here different type of patterns are given. So can you see the different ways in the bricks are placed? And here he is saying that he has given us the pattern of the bricks of the arrangement of the walls. In this manners, different type of manners the bricks can be arranged. Now he is asking us to now match the photo of each wall with the correct drawing below. This is the arrangement of the wall. This is the drawing of the wall. What we need to do is we need to match it with the correct drawing. So let us do it by ourselves. I think the 1 is going with the 2, and here we can see the plus, isn't it children? So the next wall arrangement, this is going with this, and the third one with the last one. So you too can go and visit the construction place and see the arrangement of walls and make your own drawing by observing the wall. Thank you.